Okay. Mm. All right. So let me. Get that going. What did I? Okay. All right, so we are pretty much ready to rock and roll. Hope you're all doing okay today. New camera, all the way set up to be crisper than a chipper. Okay, we got the digital zoom banging and booming. Look at that, she real pretty. Sorry about yesterday. The streaming service I use literally went out. So no one could stream multi-stream or stream to Twitch that were creating new connections yesterday around 4 o'clock. So it was really cool. I love it. Love it so much. But thanks. Yeah, it took yesterday. I had a patron message me about settings and, you know, hey, you should look into this, and then I went through, unplugged the camera, did all that good stuff, and got it handled. So what we're gonna do, same exact thing that I did last time on the. Ooh, I didn't change that. I need to change that. Wait a minute, my phone's doing something here. So. Let me adjust this here. Okay. Boom. Alright. But, so, same thing that we did last time on this bad boy right here. I feel like he was not in focus the entire time we did the video. I mean, he was, but not like what we're rocking now. I mean, you couldn't really tell the difference there and the colors on the face and everything. It was, you know, we did our best. But, anyway. So, same thing we did with him. Gonna do a Auburn Shadow application to the entire miniature. We are trying to do like a very warm palette. Have the zenithal show through. I'm thinking possibly we do maybe like a sheer cloth effect, but I don't know, right? I mean, we don't really push these paint jobs too hard typically, so I mean, I know we've done some very intriguing stuff in the past, but that's a little bit trickier. So I think it's just going to depend on who, what, where, and how fast we do certain things overall in our journey here today. Now then, somebody did ask me, because the last time we did this on the Mummy, they were like, why didn't you, because we do this application, then we wash everything down again to shade it. And somebody was like, hey, why didn't you just do that from the beginning, right? And the reason why is because we do want sections of, you know, brighter, more saturated auburn shadow or whatever color you're using. And then you want to be able to go in and sculpt into the shadows, and that's kind of the idea. Because if you did the darker color all over, you wouldn't obviously be getting the color that we're choosing to kind of be our base tone, base palette. And then obviously too, right, this does dictate a little bit more what you're able to do with your color choices. And by dictate, I mean like it's forcing us to use certain colors, not use other colors, because we're going for a warmer base tone palette. But that's okay. It's not gonna make or break the paint job in any way. Now, speaking of breaking, that will break the miniature, so don't do that. I'm gonna hopefully start assembling a couple of Dominion minis tonight, so we can start working on that stuff. But everything's a mess right now, as most of you know, so doing my best. I did make a change to where I'm only going to be shipping stuff out on Tuesdays and Fridays now, just because it's too hard for me to, like, I end up rushing, or like today, right, I was packing somebody's order and broke something that took 8 hours to print, and even if I started reprinting it right then, which I couldn't because I had other stuff going, there's no way it would go out. And so it's always like a race to the finish to make that happen. So I think that's probably the best policy that I can put out to try and help make things a little bit easier. It's just been bad. You know, why even go over it? You guys already know. My life is pretty bad right now. I have to write something down to remember it here. Do this here. Yeah, I think the Facebook stream is in 1080. They're doing a thing where the actual live feed is in 1080, and then the re-upload is in 720. But yeah, if you're on Facebook, you should have a pretty crispity clear view through your whatever you're looking through. You know, this actually, she's pretty dark, because we had to go back and wash him down. So I think we may be able to just work on top with her without issue. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So we just need this to dry. And it's so hot and so humid in here that it will dry very soon. So, oh, I need a message. Sorry, let me write this down. Okay. I am gonna update the Purge group one more time because some sales fell through, and then I just have some other stuff that I didn't know I had. So I will update that. That'll be next week, most likely. But because some people messaged me and they were like, "Did you end up having extra mud gullets, or you know, because that miniature literally doesn't exist anymore?" And I do. I have 3, but I just don't have time to mess with that. Like. It literally took me 2 full days, and I knew it would take me forever if I didn't just get it done. So it took me like 2 full days to get that posted, get everybody's money, and then pack it all and ship it. So, and then USPS lost a $150 package. They never scanned it in, so I can't collect insurance on it, and it can't be tracked. So that's that's where my life's at with that. So I got to pay that person back and give them a refund. So that replacement camera fund, just go ahead and knock $150 off of that. And that's really where we're at, because life is really, really cool. Really, really cool. I love it so much. We're doing great. All right, this is dry. And I'm not sure if we want to shade it down, so we're not going to. Now, we did, you know, this miniature really makes me want to do non-metallic metal really bad, but we won't. I feel like that'll just get us into a time sink. So, I'll be grabbing the coppery orange. That's what we did last time for our base colors on all of our metals. Since she doesn't have a ton of metal, we may as well start it now, because we have a lot of delicate painting to do on the clothing. So we can just start here. I did update the store, not all the way at all, because I am just so terribly overwhelmed and in the weeds with everything right now. But I did add an airbrush event that is happening next month, and another airbrush event that is happening the following month. Let me know if this camera is too dark for you guys. I can go a little bit brighter. Let me know which one, if you want it the first setting or this setting. I'll leave it on this one. But let me know. I can't really tell because, like, I mean, it's the same game. Actually, I think that does look better. We're going to leave it like this. But, so, I have a basics airbrush class. And that is scheduled, like I said, for next month. And then we have the one on, you like that one on YouTube? I must have missed something. Sorry. So, we have a basic airbrush class, and that is literally meant for people that don't know anything about airbrushing at all. And then we also have a more advanced one. The camera setting. Okay, cool. There's also a more advanced class that goes over, like, how I prep for OSL, how I prep, you know, base coating, tinting. Literally, it goes on and on and on. But they are available. All the information's on the shop here. Let me, you know, if I'm going to be a real human being here trying to survive, let me do this little game. Let me do this little game right here. Okay. And then OBS, window capture, yadder, yadder, and we want this one. Here we go. I'm not sure why it's so big here, so hold on. Okay, so we're gonna just like do a weird little window here. All right, so they're on the shop. You can go to the store right here. Class number 1, boom, Airbrush 101. Learning airbrush basics. Finally, you've asked for it, reminded me, double reminded me, begged a little, reminded once more, and it's finally happening. The Airbrush 101 class. When? Saturday, 8/21/21 at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. CST. It is a 2-hour class. It's going to be online. It's a live streamed event that is recorded for you afterwards. If you cannot attend live, you can obviously talk to me later too if you have questions. I'm not a monster, only an idiot. What is this class is about? This class will lay out in detail why you want an airbrush, all the materials you need, and the basic breakdown of what you can do with your amazing new tool. We'll break down the purchasing requirements into 3 groups. The I'd really not like to spend more than $100 crowd, the alright, I want in crowd, and lastly, the I want your setup, folks. So, we'll break down and I'll tell you my thoughts on different brands, tools, the other items that you'll need to purchase. We'll also dive into safety and cleanup on your airbrush. You'll receive an email confirming the date and time, a reminder email a week before the event, and a live link that will be emailed 30 minutes before the class. Boom. So a lot of people were talking about that one. That is a $50 2-hour class. Then on 9/18, we have the Airbrush Techniques and Other Tricks Throwdown Extravaganza Paloozathon. That is on, again, Saturday, September 18th, 21 at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. CST. It is online just like the other one. This class will lay out in detail all the different ways that I use an airbrush. This will include airbrushing during prep of a project, using it for base coating, base tinting tones, using it for OSL, using it for non-metallic metal, using it for detail, and using it for finishing touches. These techniques don't require you to have the same airbrush as me. However, for reference, I'll be using it in a lot of clips. I'll be working on multiple copies of the same bus to help illustrate every technique. You'll receive an email confirming the date, the time, and the bus we'll be working on. This will be available through the shop as well. You'll be reminded a week ahead of the event, and a live link will be emailed out 30 minutes before the class. So if you are interested in that, please check that out. Again, it is on the shop today, right now. Also, one little thing that we added as well. Boom. We also have sponsored streams. Look at that. Painting a little boyo Golemy. So, do you have a miniature technique that you would like to see? You can sponsor a stream by selecting a miniature price $30 or less on the shop. I'll paint it up in honor of you on stream. Let me know the menu in the notes section in your order and 3 colors you'd like to see. This is a 2-hour paint job, so it's similar to like my normal streaming, like high level, whatever we end up doing. And if you'd like multiple streams on the same miniature, you can purchase them, stack them, whatever. And then if you purchase 2 or more sessions, I'll mail it to you when I'm done. So it's sort of like a fake commission thing, but it's a way for you to sponsor the stream. And essentially, it just needs to be a miniature that I have access to right through the store. Print it off, get it done, and it's all good. So those are $50 as well. People have mentioned those in the past, and while I was updating the shop yesterday, I decided to go ahead and do that. So hopefully that is exciting for people. Again, next month on 8/21/21, we are doing the Airbrush 101, learning airbrush basics. And then again on September 18th, 21, we are doing the airbrush techniques and other tricks throwdown extravaganza palooza-thon. So hopefully that is intriguing enough. I've already had people buy tickets to both. So, you know, I know people were very, very interested in that for quite some time. And then if you are a patron and you didn't see my post yesterday, please do so. So that way you know everything that's going on. I did send out $10 gift card codes to everybody, or not send out, but that is the discount code that everybody's getting. You're just getting a $10 gift voucher for this month. Do you need me to repeat that? I can relatively quickly. Those are my policy debate speaking skills in full effect there. When I was competing, and I won top speaker at many tournaments. My partner and I actually won the National Junior Varsity Debate Tournament in Johnson County, I believe in 2010? Maybe, I think it was 2010. We won that national tournament, and then I came in top speaker there. But when I was speaking my clearest and fastest during debate rounds, I was able to speak at 600 words per minute. So pretty much it sounded like this. You couldn't really tell what I was saying, but it was super clear, and you sort of knew what I was saying because I would do this with my voice, and I always pick out little words right there to make you understand what I was saying really fast so I could slow down and make an impact like I'm going to poop myself if I don't stop really quickly. You better pay attention to what I'm saying or you might poop too. Something like that, right? But we had a lot of fun. I did a lot of my debate cases. I know I've talked about it occasionally, but we had a lot of fun. We would like play music. We made fun of the activity of debate a lot. That was kind of like my main thing I enjoyed doing. So we would read Dr. Seuss books and say that it was like real evidence, and then we would back it up with like Foucault and Baudrillard and like super intense postmodern philosophy. And then people didn't like debating us because we would do that to them. But it's a skill that you never lose. Now, I wouldn't be able to do... I could probably listen to people just fine at like a competitive speed, but I wouldn't be able to do a full debate round. I would be out of breath and out of voice. So, now I'm going to grab some clear purple. We're going to wash down the goldies here. I'm not sure what color we're going to do for her outfit. But we will, you know, a baby blue could be cool. Shifting from this tone right here, something like that may be very intriguing. So I'm not sure, but little clear purple. Nice little clear purple wash here. Carwin, I just saw your comment about clapping. Pretty simple. Here you go. So when we're applying this wash, really we're just making sure that that purple tint hits every little baby detail. I don't care about really anything else other than just getting it on the Mini. I don't like painting with it this zoomed in because it I feel like it does. I mean, the camera's not shaking, but I feel like it's just so sensitive. Big sensitive crybaby. But you get the idea. Look at that little support right there on her chin. Whoops. 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 Let's go back to non-shaky land. There we go. But some people always ask, like, how much wash are you applying? That's how much. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn off my air purifier. Let me know if that's annoying. No one's complained, so I think we may be okay. But so you need that to dry. Why don't we? Let's see what we got to work with here. You know, I could use. What if we're kind of sneaky? So I'm gonna grab Twilight Blue, but I'm just looking for a blue tinted gray, which you see right here. Oh my god. Shorty. Yuck. I heard a bing bong. Bing bong. Alright. Man, I cleaned my airbrush with acetone for the first time the other day. I just gotta say, you can't soak it in it, but boy oh boy did it work amazingly. My airbrushes are so clean. So I'm gonna take this color right here, a brush of our Urban Shadow. It needs to be a 2-to-1 ratio, as I just found out, like a true gentleman here. And let's see what we're working with. So, if I really want to hit a kind of like cascading effect here on the clothing, I'm not necessarily paying attention to at all right now any base tone stuff. Let's change our focal length. There we go. I'm not paying attention to any base tones. What I'm really paying attention to, or sorry, volumes. I'm just looking to get this color in. I want to leave a little bit of the Auburn shadow, but we're going to be shifting. We're going to be TikTok Hogwarts shifting. No such thing as a coincidence. Into this blue tone. So, getting the mixed in gray is going to allow us to shift into that tone a lot easier. What's funny is I feel like this whole outfit is getting prepped for like rusty non-metallic metal. That's the vibe I'm picking up on. I had supports stick and pop right there, so that sucks. But we'll be able to fake the same texture that we see right here, these horizontal lines. I'll be able to literally manifest that through straight up freehand, so I'm not too worried. And we're gonna do the whole outfit same colors. We're not gonna like, you know, different cape, who this type of thing. We're just straight up one color dressing the entire thing. And I think I'm gonna taper. I don't want a lot of that red showing through. Or reddish brown. There we go. Much better. Okay. To the back. This section, totally awesome. This part of the sculpt, really nice. Except for where I had a super thick supports right there, that's fine. Man, if you're in the Discord, you saw how disappointed I am with R&E Studio, though. These sculpts are nice, but People that run it aren't nice. Not cool, pretty much, today. So we may never see them in the shop again. We'll see. We'll see if I can come to terms with another shitty company out there in the world, but if you're not on the Discord, don't worry, you're not missing anything. Nothing happens there. Alright, so that is a pretty good base. So now we're just going to jump directly into the blue. Now the blue, this may be a little bit tricky. Essentially, we're just doing a temperature tone shift because the blue isn't any brighter. That's for sure. Maybe it is. We'll test it right here. I'm going to start right up underneath this stuff. Oh, it's a little bit brighter. All right. Maybe. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So I'm going to pull it up towards the top, go down our middle line. Cool. And then where it's a little bit deeper with the Auburn shadow color, so like down there, right? These colors are actually going to appear much darker as we continue to highlight the miniature up. So it's important to remember that, right? Like, we're still going to get the competing tone, but we just don't have to, like, cry about it, pretty much. Going down this nice little crease right in the middle, highlighting a little bit down that edge. But see, we want the volume that's going to be happening. And then the other volume goes down like a reverse. No, not a reverse. I'm dumb. Just a 7. So down that edge right here towards the center line. And then pulling it from the middle to get that nice little tapered gradient. That actually is a little bit too thick. There we go. Okay. I saw something move, sorry. Okay, then down here, I'm ignoring that middle section. I'm just going to go directly towards the bottom. Down in the crease right there for that nice little volume. There you go. And this little stupid edge. But it's got a Churian. Yeah, okay. Very couture. Got that. Front here, gonna slam that down. Trail it up. Underneath here. So along with moving into Dominion content, which is going to be crazy. But I've also been thinking about 40K stuff. But a problem with a lot of the extra 40K stuff I have here, it's just so boring. Like, there's nothing more that I hate than Space Marines. And, like, I had a Necron army, but then painting a bunch of Necrons for private lessons, like, I have a ton, like, this entire shelf right here behind me, this one, right here. That guy. Oh, I'm a liar. Those are Space Wolves. I hate them. But this one with this huge box, I spent like 3 hours today cleaning my workspace, and it still is insane. It's a little bit better, and I'm going to throw away all the Miniature Monday boxes, and I'm just going to put pictures of my ass. So I hope that's really entertaining. But this entire shelf, it's like 2 rows full are all Necrons, so like I don't want to mess with any of that. But I need to find an army that would work well for the type of painting that I do that isn't just super boring, right? And I am considering orcs just because that was the army that I started with back when I was a Kitterino, and they're also getting new stuff soon. I have an insane amount of 3D print files that are all orc stuff from different creators, so that may be a flavor of something that will be happening at some point. But I don't know. That's a very big if, just because all of it costs money. If I am going to branch out to doing 40K content, though, it'll be like me buying like one thing, right? Like one little box and working on that and then swapping over to something else. Not like pre-ordering an entire army box. Tau could be cool. I need something like so think like so I was considering Tyranids, Genestealer Cult, Admech could be fun for me as well, just because they have such a stupid like weird retro but not really aesthetic, and then Orcs just because you could do a billion things, lots of freehand, lots of patterns, right? But I'm already doing Orcs kind of right with the Cruel Boys, so but they're also going to be painted like salamanders and newts, so maybe not, or like poison dart frogs, so maybe not. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll get it figured out. But I just know that if I'm expanding out to GW in general, I should probably do both sides of the coin. Even though I will be absolutely relentlessly making fun of the majority of the 40K fan base while I do it. So. That is definitely why I don't enjoy that game like I used to as a kid. Going up to the dress here. Alright. Everything else is pretty fine. Okay, cool. So, now we're ready. So what's interesting about what we're trying to pull off here is that it could end up looking like sheer cloth in some ways, but we'll see. I really like how with the purple shadow, the metallics, it's strange how they like mix in with that darker color. I don't really have like a baby blue though. That's kind of a problem. Why don't we play a little game? So we're gonna do, I have an idea. We're gonna grab this guy. For the audio listeners out there, I'm kidding. Actually, I take that back. There are people that put the stream up and then just put it in a different tab. So now I'm going from the military blue, twilight blue, whatever kind of blue-gray you've got, and we're going to be moving into a skin tone. Why? You know why. You know what's happening here. I've done it a million times. And then we'll grab white, and then we'll do some sheer skin coming through. Maybe? Maybe not. Actually, I mean, nah, not really. Her body, other than the orbs of distraction, right, are not... No position would make sense. It wouldn't really sculpt it that way. But we'll get a sort of fake effect happening. So really what I'm looking for here is sort of like a grayish blue as we move our way down these highlights. I mean, we already had a grayish blue, but this is a little bit lighter. And what that's going to allow us is to hit it with a much brighter, more brilliant blue for the final highlight, and it should shift it away faster from that darker tone. So we'll see. You know, we don't know how any of this looks until we get to it. So, oh, you mean you don't sit there and paint the entire miniature beforehand so you know what you're doing to then come in and do... No, we don't do that. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. So I actually mixed that too bright. It needed to be a little bit less, you know, skin tony. So let me go back and adjust here. That jump was just a little bit too much. Definitely. That helps though. That color came through. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a little bit darker version right around here somewhere. There we go. Sorry, let me scoot that over. Alright. Continuing on. Let's just continue down the actual section we're already working on here. Okay, get a little bit thinner version, taper it into that edge like so. Look at that. Easily peasily. Now, I don't really mention it all the time. There's not a lot of people watching right now, so I'm assuming it's mostly Patreon folks. But remember, there is a, if you're having problems with your brush control or the thickness, thinness, whatever of your paint, remember, there are, on the Patreon, entire classes dedicated to all that. Brush control to glazing an entire miniature, which really will get you to painting at this consistency all the time. Different exercises, things like that. There was this dude that posted in a group the other day and was like trying to get help painting stuff, kind of. It was like, I forget exactly what the gist was, but it was like somebody that was kind of discouraged. And so I was like, hey, send me a message. Send me a message and I'll help you out. Oh, he was asking about like how do I figure out colors and you know all that. And so I sent him the periodic table of painting, and he was like, "Thank you so much. You're like the first person to actually like genuinely, you know, not just be like, I'm a painter, right?" Which is a lot of the responses you get when you ask for help. And so I sent him the brush control class and the basic skills assessment just to be like, "Hey, buddy. Enjoy painting. This will help you out." Okay. Bring that in a little bit. I don't know if I like that little section. Okay, I do think that works. Okay, cool. Cool. Let us continue. Lettuce, cheese, tomato, onion. I know I haven't announced the next Patreon stuff. Just bear with me, guys. It'll be up there for you. We're not really in a danger zone yet. As long as you know what it is, 2 weeks out, we'll be fine on time. Class-wise. The Atelier project next week. I don't even think I have that out. I think I put it in the shelf. Yeah, it's right there. So next week we'll be finishing him up, but then we'll be doing the digital mock-up of this bust. Is our next project. Hey, look, it actually shows up more. That's pretty badass. Didn't show. The camera like couldn't figure out the details on the white balance. But that'll be fun. Okay, so now I'm going to start going in. Shadowing up all these other areas. Or shadowing? Highlighting. Jeez, dude. Words. The bust is going to be a good time. Should be. It looks fun. I don't know what we're gonna. I mean, I know I'd said, hey, let's try, a chrome reflection, but gotta be honest with you, that may be a little bit much for some of you. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. I mean this in a it's literally gonna make us go crazy type of thing. Like, the way that this is sculpted, there are certain features that it's just not fun, period. We've done some stuff before that's not fun, but not like an entire miniature. We've had certain sections of minis where it's very tedious stuff. So, I don't know, we'll figure it out. I like the idea of the weird, off-color lighting, or off-camera lighting. Just imagine a paladin with, vaporwave colors, and I think that's a better approach. A better approach. Yeah, the Sky Earth Nomotok metal would be fun, but I also don't want to work on a project for 8 months, I don't feel bad if it's a 2-month deal. 2 to 3 months is usually okay for something that we're spending, 12 hours, 16 hours on. But that chrome may be a little bit too much. I also considered busts for Miniature Monday. Scaling them down and then doing like not forcing non-metallic metal or anything like that, but just doing you know, regular metallics, etc. I thought that could be cool. Because yeah, each bust is supposed to be about $15, right? But if I bundled them to be so imagine this size, but like, what would be a good way to scale it? So this, if it was scaled to the height of her, so not tiny, right? Like still pretty good, still bigger than a normal miniature, but we'll figure it out. I mean, I'll figure it out tonight. Dude, it's literally, it's okay. I won't go into my problems, but like I said, the post office did lose by not scanning in at all. This is the second time they've done this, but the last time it happened, it got delivered. This time it did not get delivered. And like, they have a bulk mail drop-off place where they tell everyone with paid postage to put their stuff, and guess what? They didn't put it in. So if you can still help, we're not 94% away. Take $150 off. And I actually lost $30 on that too because of the percentage that PayPal takes out of those invoices, which really blows. So I guess what, 180? So if you take $180 out of that 105 total, that's where we're at on the camera fund. So, you know, not that I'm begging for help, but I am begging for help to pay off the wonderful new camera that you guys see here. It broke. My other camera broke on us last Sunday. Not like immediately last Sunday, but a full week from Sunday. 2 weeks ago. And that was brutal. And it didn't like break. What broke was the HDMI raw video output, which obviously renders it worthless for me. But this time around, using this camera, I've already installed clamps and all kinds of stuff, short pole clamps, all kinds of cool things that will hopefully, since this camera doesn't move that often, completely lock those ports in and prevent that issue in the future. And I mean, people do it all the time that use like external viewfinders and stuff on these cameras for live video production. So if they're trusting it on you know, $20,000 cameras, it for sure is going to work on my unfortunate, what did I even say, $850 camera? There you go. But, big shout out. Oh, it is? Sorry, hold on. I don't know how to... Hold on. Because someone else asked me about that earlier today, so I'm glad you brought that up. I know it's annoying, I gotta fix that. Sorry, somebody didn't bring that up, but they brought up anyway, they're asking me questions, so give me 1 second and I will literally... I don't know why you need shipping for a digital... Oh, I have it marked? Oh, geez. Hold up. Uh-oh. Okay, wait a minute. I got you, hold up. Okay, sponsored stream. How do we delete this? Here we go. Alright, it's gone. Hold on. It was marked as a physical. My bad. That's silly. Boom. Okay. Sorry, I'm so glad you said that because I didn't even think about it. The other two are up there correctly. Where's the photo? Right here. Okay, this is the fastest I've added something to the store. Don't track inventory. No shipping required. Right, and... upload a file. I literally have to attach a fake image that says thanks. Okay. It's there. I don't think you'll get charged shipping. Let me just fake this real quick on my side. Because, yeah, somebody already was like, I want to do... Oh, my God, I didn't even... Okay, hold on. Like I said, that was the fastest I've clicked on something. Okay, main store, patron shop, save. Now it's live. There it is. Sponsored stream, add to cart, view cart, day cart, checkout. Is there shipping? No, there's not. They're like, you're logging in as the seller of this product. Yeah, I understand. Okay, cool. No shipping? No shipping. All right. And remember, too, I guess, yeah, you can. So, if you are on Patreon, remember, you do have a $10 gift voucher that you can definitely apply if you are interested in that. Thank you for letting me know about that, Rob. I definitely, like, 1000% did not at all notice that. That's what I get for doing that exhausted and extremely mentally broken last night. As with most updates to the website, it is typically during the time I'm supposed to be spending with Sydney. So I'm always like, hey, I need to finish this and get about my normal life. All right, I'm gonna get a white out here as well. Wait till y'all see. I haven't even told you what the plan is once we're done with this, and I know you're gonna freak out. So I'm gonna bring white. Oh, look at that. Look, I haven't even reassembled my airbrush. Look at how clean that is, though. I think it's a little bit dirty in there still, yeah. But hey, that is pretty good, all things considered. It's pretty dirty! This thing's pretty dirty. Is there... Well, there's no paint in the holes. That's what's important. The only thing about this part of your airbrush is you want these little parts to be perfectly unobstructed, so... But she's clean, Jim. Alright, I'm gonna grab a little bit of white, and we're gonna mix it in with a little bit more skin tone, just like that. Okay. So at this stage in the game, we're doing kind of like quote-unquote final highlights on the outfit. Now I just okay, so I took the paint the wrong direction there, and I don't know if it's obvious or not. But let me gently just... You have to make these noises, otherwise it won't work. I know, I'm sorry. Alright, that's good enough highlight. Alright, let's continue on. Okay, whoop. Alright, so we got that. Alright, now let's move on to these sections down below. I'm gonna do a little bit of outlining. I keep resting my finger, I keep adjusting my hand over and over because I'm resting my finger on her little tassel that's poking out. And we all know that that is not gonna end well if I keep doing that. So I'm like very nervous. Alright. A little bit too highlighted on the left-hand side, but that's okay. Very faint highlight there. Get a little bit more water. This paint is stretched far too thin. There we go. Damn it. Okay. Only making really dumb mistakes here. I'll go ahead and reapply our mid-tone right about there. Cover up that little whoosh that was happening. Again, the sound effects explain it all. So I don't know if you also, if you're a patron, you haven't been on recently, and you haven't seen the next poll for our next classes. They're all, what are they? What did it? Didn't it say like beef, chili, or I don't know, salad? I think it was all food, right? Normally I'm like, you guys want to learn about like leather? You guys want to learn about undead? Donuts? Is donuts winning? Which one was winning? I forget which poll option was winning, but I know it's all food, which I think some of you may be able to guess kind of what the idea was, but maybe, we'll see. It's been a while since we've done the discussion on food-related thing. Donuts was winning the last time you checked. Wasn't I just on Patreon? Hold up. Yeah, I have it open. I'll look. Oh, well, someone did say it should be fish. So what I'll do is I'll have whatever tier that person exists on will become fish, and then the other one will become a donut. I'm sure this makes no sense. Well, I was about to say, it makes no sense to people that aren't on Patreon, but it also literally makes no sense to people on Patreon. So that's how well we're doing. All right. Oh, steak. Steak got very close. Oh, I haven't voted yet. Yo, check it out. I'll throw a vote in the ring on fish. So we've got 8 votes for steak, 8 votes for fish, and 10 votes for donuts. It only has 29 votes, guys. We have 76 patrons, as far as I know. So quite a few of you have not voted on the food. Fish still has an organic way to win the competition here, but okay. So I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna start going back in. Yeah, a donation did definitely win major majority shareholder votes for sure. So get them donut votes. Yeah, I know. You want to know what the donut is, huh? So Pete, here, let's think about this. Think about this logically, okay? I voted fish, though. Well, so what is a donut covered in? What is a donut covered in? And that may give you quite a bit of a hint, as Rob just threw into the chat. Quite a bit of a hint as to what may happen if donut wins. So many options. Well, a glazed donut, okay? What are fish covered in? Besides, like, oil, if they're coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. They're covered in scales. Vinegar. Yeah, okay. That's an option. Or scales. Sprinkles. Okay, well, alright. You guys are doing really well. You're doing really well at this game. You know, if they ever have a social media following streamer Family Feud episode, I'm sorry, but you're not invited. So, what is a salad covered in? Dressing? How do we paint dressing? What about steak? Well, those aren't as obvious, but obviously, like, the donut one, easy peasy. You guys know what's up. Ribs, that one's a little bit trickier. The ribs one is a little bit trickier. When I was sitting there thinking, like, what painting topic could relate to the rib? And then it hit me. Croutons. Croutons, good guess. Bones. Bones. There may also be, I'm not sure too, right? So like I might actually upload the selection only to the Patreon shop because they're not, some of the ideas I had in mind are not available on the full-blown store just because one of them is a little bit tricky and I can handle like preparing the files once perfectly and getting them done over and over for Patreon stuff, but I don't want the stress of just like having certain miniatures available all the time. Like if you look at some of the uploads that I do with store updates, I will leave some miniatures off to my own detriment, right? From the 3D printing updates, but it's literally just because some stuff takes so long, I can't afford to have them like throwing all of my schedule off. Not that it's already so messed up, but 3D printed croutons, huh? Yeah, well, I have the feeling. Oh, finally! My Bones 5 pledge has received shipping. I can't wait to sell it all. Cool. It would be really funny, though, if it's like, what's on top of your salad? And then the topic is hair. We won't do that, but I do appreciate the idea. Okay, so we've got that rocking and rolling. Now then, I'm going to add a lot more white here. And we'll highlight up that nice little ruffle. Now then, like I said, I damaged this one, so I gotta lie. I have to lie and we have to freehand it as if it's still perfect. Guess what? It's not, but you know what? I won't tell if you won't tell. Look at that, you can't really tell. A night model on stream? What night do I have in the store? I guess I have a few, actually. I take that back. Okay, so let's see. Now with these, I'm adding the white directly on top of our undertone. Now if you're not super duper sniper with your line work, oh, Matthias, oh, it's okay. I'm gonna print that a little bit bigger. Oh, you want it. I just saw the order come in. Well, that's cool. I'm gonna print it a little bit. Do you want it? So, so here's this guy, right? So their regular scale is kind of like smaller, finer detail. So let me know if you want it a little bit bigger than normal. Is Matthias the one that has the 2 maces? Let me know. I think that's the one if I'm remembering correctly. Or bigger is what I was thinking. Okay, yeah. I think he has maces, right? Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. Oh, and I almost have hooded shield and mace. There you go. Yeah, some people have purchased that one before. It looks really nice. So blown up, it'll look really, really cool. But What was I gonna say? Oh, the Miniature Monday page is almost done, by the way. I was working on that last night as well. So, whenever that is up on the website, it will have every, like, month sectioned out, and then all the videos that correspond. So that way you can just go there if you purchased an old kit. Like, somebody put an order in the other day for, like, every old kit, right? So, rather than make you go and dig like Reaper did, so unprofessionally and terribly, just so callously taking money from people and not making it easy to find the video content that you paid for, you know, I figured I would finally come around and give you guys a page with all of it linked. Of course, I did it extremely late because it's me and I'm a train wreck, but I'm throwing people under buses today. That's the time that we're on. Alright, so then we'll finish up the ruffles on top here. Now, the ones on top are actually a completely different shape, which is interesting, but I'm just going to outline for now. Now, this brush I'm using is, we're almost cracking this one, because I had 3 that I've been using for like 6 months, maybe longer, actually. I think I bought, when did I do the last brush replacement, the mass one? I think it was like Christmas time? It was whenever I ordered, like, 10 new Da Vincis. But I forget when that is. Did I just go? Okay. So... Now, not entirely, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna take a little bit thin down, and I'm pushing at a 45-degree angle, like I'm pushing back a cuticle, alright, with my brush. And I'm pushing that white towards the center edge. The transition doesn't matter because what we're about to do next. So don't fret, don't sweat. Same thing on this side. So if you had to guess it, we're about to donut all over this mini. But I'm sure some of you could have guessed that. Okay, now then, I'm not going to use clear blue because it's not directly in front of me. So we're going to use clear phthalo blue. I know that's super lame. I know, but it's a little bit weird looking, so it could be cool with this idea, but we're going to glaze on top. Big glazing over here. And remember, most of the time when I need a big application of glaze like this, it's being mixed to essentially a wash consistency, but then I roll the brush like this. That's why you always see these little streaks coming off of these big old puddles, man. So I roll the brush, and that essentially gets rid of the excess paint. In this case, just one pigment. But it gets rid of all the extra, so that way I can just have a very even glaze. So I'm going to test this right here. It looks good. Here we go. Now then, you can use a clear blue, you can use regular blue glaze, whatever. I like using clears just because they are singular pigment. Vallejo makes the same paint. They call it transparent. You could technically use a blue ink even, or a blue like army painter, you know, whatever they call that. But your results will vary for sure. on that end. The reason why I wanted to leave that red in there, so see how we get that sort of strange see-through shift as that clear blue dries into that warmer auburn shadow tone? So the material itself looks more like a, maybe like a velvet, crushed velvet, because obviously they had that in fake Egypt here. You're not the real Egypt, you're just a phony. What's that from? A big phony. You can see we went over the little whatever that is. So, my idea, right, this whole time was, let's build up a glazable tone on top of an extremely warm color, right, which is what we did the first time around with the auburn shadow. And by doing so, you are doing a forced color temperature shift without even trying. I mean, we tried, definitely. We spent over an hour trying. But the end result's really cool. You get a lot of depth. You wouldn't really be able to do that by working with blue immediately. So let me go ahead and answer that question, right? Because people will be like, why did... But Josh, why didn't you just use blue from the get-go? Well, because in order to do a cool shift from a blue, if you're working with blue pigment directly, you would need to go with a purple. So we wouldn't really be able to do that jump directly with something like an auburn shadow. Let me go ahead and show you proof in my amazing pudding. So I'm going to grab the bottom, the butt of this right here. I'm going to take auburn shadow, okay, just like that, and then I'm going to take this clear blue. Now then, you tell me if you think we would be able to retain the warm temperature after I mix it like that. Do we have a warm temperature there? Look, I'll put it over my nail. Right? You can't do it. That's just not how blue pigment plays. You're left with like depression lung, tobacco Terry over here. So definitely not what you're looking for. So it's smarter, right, to build your alternating temperature tones into your paint job the way that I did, and then you just glaze on top, and then you get a nice, really rich, storied blue. Oh, so good, so fresh, so fresh. It's like an ocean water slush from Sonic. Shout out to people that don't know what Sonic is. I'm going to take this and pull it up towards the tip of the shoulder and let it dry. Same thing over here. I want that auburn shadow to bust through. It's going to bust like the Kool-Aid Man into that glaze and look like a really cool transitional shadow. It'll look translucent, really. What's up, Sam? What's up, Travis? You both liked it at the exact same time. Amazing how that works. All right, so we're gonna let that dry. You guys gonna do some skin? Is that fair? Can we do fair skin? See what I did? All right, we've got time. We have like, I mean, we can put like 30 minutes into this, 40 minutes. It's gonna look killer. But we're gonna do a couple other little neat little tricks to the outfit. But until then, we're not gonna worry about that. Man, I don't know if you guys have had the Red Bull slush. Hello, who is this? It's delicious. The Red Bull slush from Sonic. And the real trick, thirstiest stream ever, you're right. The real trick though is you get cranberry added to it. And boy, it's good, man. I'm seeing that tracking info on the bones. Check back tomorrow for an updated delivery. Hey man, like I said, I'm shocked they didn't just cancel my pledge. Alright. Let's get black. We're gonna get the hair rocking and rolling. I am excited actually. Hera? Sorry, that's not the name. Yedharo. There you go. Yedharo Miniatures. I'm excited I backed their Kickstarter. I will be offering those sculpts in the shop because they're phenomenal. They got like huge bust, 110 scale stuff, but it delivers next month, so we just have to wait. But I know that that is their work, without a doubt, is super high quality, beautiful stuff. So they had started a Patreon, and then what is on her lip? Hold on. There we go. They had started a Patreon a long time ago, and then they realized, like with any 3D printing Patreon, you get pirated immediately, and so they shut it down instantly. They're like, nah, we're not doing this. Like, we don't want our work pirated, because they've never messed with STL stuff before. They're a traditional super high quality resin company. And so this Kickstarter is them just dumping all at once a bunch of files, which makes sense, right? Because if you're worried about being pirated and you're trying to run a Patreon, why not just do a Kickstarter and get a bunch of money all at once? And then that way, you know what? If people start illegally sharing my files, who cares? I've been paid, and that was the only way, you know, whatever, right? And then you just move on to your next Kickstarter project. Obviously, that's not like the coolest solution in the world, just because you're admitting that scumbags inevitably exist, but it's a smart choice, I feel like. But I am super excited about being able to pop those around, get some on stream. The sculpts are very stylized, but like that hyper realistic. It's hard to describe. Really good work, though. Why does the hair have to be black? Because they always have black hair. That's like every Egyptian queen. Those sarcophagi have black hair, man. I would be interested to know if they dyed their hair, though, in any way. They obviously had really awesome pigments that have lasted the test of time. Oh no, we got black on the... Hold up. Get out of there. There we go. Oh, Rob, if you're still watching, I don't know when. But pretty sooner than later. But I'll let you know, like, when I plan on working on your mini. That one. The sponsored stream mini, right? But it depends, like, so for other stuff, I guess, so stuff that isn't tied to anything. So really, Mondays, right, are kind of like dedicated. And then, I don't know, I mean, we do have the Warhammer stuff that I need to start doing, so that will probably be 2 days a week. So that would leave 2 more days? Or am I dumb? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Thursday and Friday. So yeah. I should have 2 days that I can start dedicating to other random stuff. Including, right, even the KDM stuff. But I'm behind because I have to finish the Lord of the Rings, the Legolas right here. The only one I left on my desk. So we have to finish him up. And then that Vampire mini. Not having a camera really kind of set me back on the stuff I like had to stream. Okay, hair is prepped. Let's do a little bit of skin here. So I'm going to take my tan skin. We're going to move to a new section, new neighborhood in the palette. This neighborhood has great schools, but no grocery stores. So I'm doing a 50-50-ish mix. Yeah, 50-50 mix, Auburn Shadow, and with the skin tone. We want to have that nice, rich, desert skin tone here. Which just means nice and ochre-y. Nice and olivey. Really easy face to paint here. Everything is spaced very well. So, nose, tear duct, side of the nose from the tear duct, Side of the mouth. Sorry, corner of the mouth. Chin. Cheek. Other side of the eye. Go ahead and hit the little top of the eyebrow. Look at that facial structure. See? It's a recipe. You just follow it every time. Touch it up a little bit right here. Oh, now actually, I do. Well, you won't be able to see it. I was contemplating, so you know, like the Eye of Ra style makeup where they like do the wah wah, all that cool stuff. I would like to do that, but this is like the regular scale mini. I'm not gonna try it. There was someone that ordered, I think, like 150 ups of these, and you can definitely attempt it. If I'm not like directing you to do so, but look at the tip of that brush. Jeez, I told you this one's big time dumb. Okay, so that should be okay. We're gonna highlight it up 2 more times, most likely, the skin. So I'm looking at essentially like the foundation I'm laying. I'm also feeling out the brush real estate, so like how much room I actually have to do little baby highlights. We have plenty of space, I feel like. I need to go down this side, but this side is tricky as shit. She's got her hand in the way. She's tee-heeing. Don't you betray me. Have you betrayed me? Hey, what do you know? Hey, she got a face on. All right, cool. Hands. Just got some fingers for now. We'll be able to hit up knuckles and all that good stuff another time. Let me go back through here just because... Oh gosh, hold on. Tip of the brush is being ornery. I need to highlight this further down. Matches much better. We need to kill this right here. This interior shadow is a little bit too extra. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Look at this. This is a face only a mummy could love. You know what I'm saying? All right. Do you get it? Because it's Egyptian themed, it's a mummy would love. Do you get it, guys? The joke? Do you get the... Anyway, so I'm gonna quit painting. I'm gonna start doing stand-up. I think it's gonna be much more successful. Much more successful. I'll take all of your silence as, you know, you're agreeing with me. I love it. I love the support. You guys are the best. I'll get a little bit of the distraction area painted here. Just enough for you to know. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's brighten this up a little bit. I'm going to grab some white, a little bit more skin tone, mix it in right here. Water. Water. Dad joke stand-up, it would be a pretty niche market. I had a dad joke for that. I won't, though. It's hard for me to stop once I start. Okay. The boop of the nose. Top of the bridge of the nose. I don't know if it's bright enough. Let's try that again. Top of the bridge of the nose. Boop of the nose. Too bright. Josh, come on. Come on. Act like you've been here before. What am I doing? I'm ruining it. Alright, let's go. Jessica Ralph. Hey Jessica, thank you so much for the love. Sydney comes breaking in the door. Some girl named Jessica. Okay. This side. Julio Cesar Munoz Benitez has liked the stream. ¿Qué pasa, wey? Destiny what am I getting on? What's going on? What's my viewer at? It's so interesting. I feel like I'm getting more likes on the post than viewers, unless the viewer count's messed up. Remember, Streamlabs literally was broken yesterday. Now, to be fair, okay, I've had no problems with their service the entire time I've used it. So, hey, shout out to them. It's a good product. I made your day, man. Yeah, I learned a bit of restaurant Spanish when I worked in the kitchen at the restaurant I worked at. So many times I would be yelled at. Campos or Munoz would be yelling at me, and they'd be like, "Mama Salawe, pinche white boy so slow," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry." I'm sorry. I'm not fast enough. They were just messing with me though. I was actually, they really were happy if I was gonna be working in the kitchen with them and not just serving. And it was really nice working in the kitchen, being a server, because I was really nice and respectful to everybody in the kitchen, right? Because I'm in the trenches with them. So whenever the restaurant was getting absolutely destroyed, right? Because I had the food handler's license and I was able to be in the kitchen and whatever, I knew how everything worked. I would literally go to... So imagine being in a restaurant that it has like a 40-minute wait. All the food is like 20-minute ticket time. And then I come up to you and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go finish your food really quick and bring it right back because I work in the kitchen. And then I literally go to the kitchen and finish your food and bring it back. And it's only like a 5-minute wait. Those tips were good. But I think this chick, what was her name? Sarah? Just an absolute just garbage rat named Sarah. Ended up complaining that I was doing that and said it was unfair. And so the general manager was like, you can't do that anymore. I said, okay, well, you tell Sarah she's built like a Pace Bacani bottle and I don't like her. Can you tell I didn't like Sarah? It's alright. It's alright. I'm sure there's a Steak and Shake somewhere being graced with her presence. I didn't work at a Steak and Shake though. I worked at a Red Robin. And it was brutal, dude. It was so brutal. Okay, I'm gonna do some Liparenos here. I'm gonna take Auburn Shadow and just white to make like a pink. A little bit of a pink here. Hit the bottom lip, just like that. Cool. All right, I'm gonna take the black, mix it in with this whatever color we have mixed. We're gonna go after the hair, and we're gonna start our descent into finishing our lady here. For the hair, I'm looking for reflections only on the tops and then the sides of each little parted section, especially on these straight bangs, man. Look, unless you are an Egyptian priestess, I cannot trust you if you have straight bangs. I'm sorry. It's just a rule. Sydney told me you can't trust girls like that, and I'm gonna believe her. I'm sorry if anybody you know has straight bangs, but it's nothing personal. When I was shaving all my glorious hair off, I considered leaving bangs, you know, just for fun. I'm so new to miniature painting. Julio, my friend. So, if you are new, there are people in the chat right now that can tell you if you are a new painter, if the Patreon can help. So, the $5 level, there's a ton of classes, and the $5 classes aren't meant to be like intimidating or super difficult. They really just sort of always focus on like fundamental stuff, and then we just do sort of like weird things to make it fun. But there is a if you send me a message directly on the Facebook page, so I believe you're watching on Facebook. Hey, Sibley, oh, I feel like you haven't been here in so long. Well, I haven't been able to stream, that's why. But if you send me a message on the Facebook page, I'll send you a I will send you a video so you can see what the classes look like, and it'll be one that is like geared towards just sort of a basic overview of things, and you can kind of get a feel for how stuff goes down. So, and that way you'll know, right? Like, oh, maybe this isn't for me, or maybe, you know, maybe the way that I work just isn't for you, right? Maybe it's not the way that it looks. Maybe it's just, you know, whatever. It's always personal preference, but if you ever want to just get a little sneako peeko, you can. It's no big deal. There's literally over 100 hours of classes and content on the Patreon, so I don't care. You know, here you go. You can check that out, see if it makes sense, and then you can do what you will. So, but I do think it helps, even if you don't end up going like with my Patreon. If you find somebody else's, I really do think it helps to find somebody that you can kind of latch onto a little bit that can help you build up some of those fundamental skills, rather than, like, you know how it is, you know what I mean? Like, you'll go on Instagram and you just see crazy stuff all day long, and you're like, well, do I need to try and practice this, or how do I do that? Or, like, literally it's information overload. So I always tell people that are new to the hobby, like, just kind of find one painter that you like, whether they have a Patreon or not, and just sort of like see how they do things, and try and follow their work until you kind of get more confident to just like play around and do whatever. Because yeah, it's so easy when you're new to painting to like immediately just be like, damn, there's, you know, how could I ever get as good as this other person that's been doing it forever, right? Like, very easy to get discouraged and overwhelmed and whatever, and that's never really something you should worry about. You should always be having fun. Which is why I'm having zero fun here today painting on this lady. Stream has been no fun, man. This is a no fun zone. Now, this is a little bit too gray, so I am going to go back. The highlight in the front looks okay, but we're going to glaze that down a little bit. I don't need her looking like she just saw her credit score in the mail. Getting all freaked out. What do you mean somebody took a PPP loan out in my name? And then she just goes immediately white hair. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'll take... No, it's not. I literally skipped this entire part right here. No, don't listen to her. She's lying. She's lying. She is a troublemaker in Patreon. She comes into classes and just starts telling us a bunch of weird facts about invertebrate insects. Doesn't make any sense, but she always shows up to do it. Now, I hit that angle so bad. Let me go back and try and fix my life here. Okay. And again, if you are somebody that does not have the samurai dojo trained sharp skills here with the brush, paint her hair the same color that I'm using right now, right? Then go in and wash some black in. It'll be easier. Don't worry about it, right? Just get the tones in there. You'll be all right. Okay. Now then, we're going to get clear magenta. We're going to do sheer cloth on whatever this is. This is going to be semi-see-through on her arms. So don't freak out, okay? We're going to make a little wash. Sorry, I lied. Glaze out of the magenta right here. What's wrong with invertebrates? They don't have a spine, dude. Their body is their spine. Invertebrates are like Shrek. They've got delicious layers when you crack them open. Wait, what? That's a wall of text. Seems like a great place to be and a great place to start. I appreciate you, Julio. For real, though. I mean, don't, you know, if you feel wild enough to just hop right in, feel free to be wild and hop right in. But if you have any reservations about it, just send me a message and I'll holler back and I'll send you a little video you can check out. I swear I used to have a class that you could just like see on the webpage, but I don't. Let me check the URL really quick. I definitely used to have the Stone Giant Carver video before I did like the 3D printing shop, all that stuff. Do we see her face? Let's check her face again one more time. Yeah. I like that. I think it makes her look nice and royale. Let me back that up. Alright. Let me check that URL. If I'm remembering correctly, it should be mini painting dot / free? No. Okay. I don't have it up. I'm sorry. I used to have / free, and it had like a secret embedded class people could check out. I should do that again. I'm going to be updating the website anyway, so I may as well take care of that. So we're just going to pretend that she's got like a, you know, whatever, this sort of magenta-y red, like see-through, whatever it is. Is silk see-through? No? I don't know. Something. See-through cloth. So I'm taking skin tone, same consistency as a glaze, and I'm looking for our volumetric highlights, right? So I'm looking at the shape. Her forearm pretty much is a cylinder. So I'm going up the sort of middle point here. Like that with the skin tone color. And then pushing it a little bit more here. Because there is like a little design. And then we'll go back with the clear magenta and tidy it up, but we're just going to kind of pretend that it's semi-transparent. The correct term is translucent, you moron. Apply it over here. No. No. It's transparency. I'm pretty dang sure. Yoink. Alright, taking back the clear magenta. Pulling it down towards the bottom. Same thing over here. I'm gonna go towards like the edges. Which this should look pretty pink, glazed over the skin tone proper. I don't really know what we're gonna see here, but we're in this together at this point. There's no bailing. Yeah, it's fine. All right. whatever that actually is, right? Oh, I realized I've got my magenta turned on here. God, it's so bright. Do you like it? I'm trying to set a vibe, guys. Vibe check. Taco Cabana. 5 p.m. Middle of the summer. There's fruit flies. That's the vibe I'm trying to go for. All right, so let's grab that nice gold that we used last time. The very bright, sort of dull, greenish, shine gold. Oh my god, that's got to be shaken for real. I don't know necessarily what carat this would be, you know, but all right, let's try this. Do some highlighting. Whoa. Let's go to town here. Oh yeah, very, very shiny. Yes, very pleased with the new camera. Yesterday, I finally got the settings all the way where they need to be. And I was so bummed, you guys. I had I put on 12 necklaces. I was in a great mood. The more necklaces I have on, the better mood I'm in. That's how you know. That's how you can tell. And then, of course, couldn't stream. So I was big time bummered, dude. And I was so mad because I stopped working on orders to get ready to stream. And then I waste 30 minutes trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and then I end up start talking to the the people on Discord from Streamlabs, and they're like, yeah, we're sorry, buddy. And I was like, guys, I know you have nothing to do with the problem, but this could not be worse timing for my business. But couldn't be a worse time. I'm like, let me speak with the manager. They're like, sir, this is Discord? Sir, our manager's a bot? Let me speak to him. I love this combo. I feel like layering this gold on top of the purple tint, on top of copper, it is just bang, bang. This feels like Egyptian gold, right? That super rich, shiny, clean, ultra saturated. I know I talked about last time my grandpa going to Egypt many times. One time he was there, that was when they did the train bombing in Cairo. I know that was all over the news when it happened. And we were obviously worried, but he was okay. And if I'm remembering right, he literally, when the bombing happened, he had just gotten off of that exact train. So it was, you know, pretty scary. But he never had any problems. I don't think, I mean... He's so funny. I couldn't even imagine somebody trying to rob him. He would just be like, hey man, I'm old, so... What do you want? You want my wallet? Good luck. You know, should we... I'm gonna mix this gold with the copper. Just so we can get kind of like a middle-of-the-road tone here to highlight up. There we go, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. There's so much shadow back here that... I don't want to say who cares, but... For my audio listeners, I secretly said who cares. Alright, down here on the waist, all the other little goodies. Okay. And then the necklace here. Kind of annoying, so I'm just gonna very gently do some lines up into the neck. It travels all the way to like the inside of the neck. It's more of a collar, to be honest, but we're just gonna leave it there. And then right here we do have a little detail. I'm gonna throw some gold on. I don't know what it is, but we're just gonna do it. Got the same little detail kind of over here. We're gonna do that. And then the last thing I want to do, oh, we need the copper, of course, and the little chevron pattern here. Whatever it is. Hey, look at that. It's like we didn't forget about it the entire time. I'm telling you, if you sculpt miniatures and you put something at the end of a tassel, you're really hoping I notice it. That's all I gotta say about that, because I don't care. Alright, so I'm gonna take white. I don't have any. There we go. I'm gonna take white, mix it in with a little bit of that phthalo blue, and we're gonna do like a cool little speckling thing, man. Check this out. Hold up. Kind of the same way that we have in the past done little dots on fire. That makes no sense, but you'll see here in a second. Whenever we're doing a flame effect, we always like go in and do little specks of the ash and dust. I'm gonna add more white because that's not showing up for crapola. Okay, here we go. Clean out the brush completely. If you're trying to paint tiny little dots, that goes for pupils as well. Make sure you remove as much paint as possible off your brush. Clean it up completely, and then don't saturate the tip. Just make sure it's wet, and you'll be able to do dots. Okay, so I'm gonna go in. We're gonna do dots coming off these. More dots closer to the body, then away from the body. We're gonna go brighter and brighter too. But I want to try and do like a speckling effect. I don't know if it's even working, but we'll pretend it is. And it's not really working. Alright, so really it's just going to look like... whatever. I said all that like I knew what I was doing. So we're just going to treat it like a nice little increased stippled highlight. I just want it to be brighter, closer in. Nice and bright. You can even do a little outline there if you'd like. There we go. Something like that. And man, I wish that... Hold on. Because the necklace goes like so far into the neck that it just looks weird. Like a weird shadow back there. There we go. Is that... No, it's the angle. See how much it reflects? It looks like nothing in the middle of the neck, and then I tilt it, and it's like, yeah, you painted something. So, when it comes to sculpting, right, that is a sculpting-like thing you would pay attention to if you were ever deciding to go into ZBrush. And, of course, I say this as if I'm like I can sculpt myself. I can't. But, right, if we're talking about painting a detail that literally disappears from viewing angle, which is pretty much straight on, right, it's... something to keep in mind. Now she does have little end caps on her like 2 dreads, so I'll paint that with the same gold right here, and then we'll do a little eye action, and we're done. $5:45, hour and 45-minute paint job. Not bad, not bad. I feel like it looks okay. Go in here on the eye. Ooh, so small. Why you gotta do it like that? So small. Terrible. Hold on. Off camera, sorry. Off camera, look, I got it. And then I'm gonna take clear purple, not black, to do the pupil, just for fun. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I like him. I feel like she's looking a little bit to the other. Okay, either. All right. She's not looking straight. It's okay. We tried. We tried, guys. We're fine. We're enjoying our time. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's it. So, thank you for hanging out for this awesome and delayed episode of Miniature Monday. I hope you enjoyed. Check that out. Next time, we are painting the Anubis Warrior. Very exciting stuff. We're going to be doing like a black, like obsidian skin. So that should be pretty fun. And we will continue on in our little Sands of Time themed fun, super fun time, whatever. That is it. Make sure you check out the 2 Airbrush class events that are now live on the website. There's Airbrush 101, and there is the more advanced Airbrush class available. One is happening next month. The next one is happening in the month after that, September 28th. And then I believe the other one is on the 21st. Next month on the 21st, and then September 18th. Sorry, 28th. I don't know what I'm saying. Just go look at the shop. Whatever. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you find $20 in your pocket. Your enemy forgets how to read. Their kids don't go to college, and their dad calls and says, you know, I just hate the way you look. And that's it. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Adios. Big blessings. Goodbye.